Hello and welcome to a very, very special unboxing and first look. Grab yourself a lovely cup of tea in a Custodes mug, or Blood Angels, or White Scars mug, whatever you can lay your hands on, because this is going to be a bit of a long one. So sit back or lay down and relax as we unbox the glorious Horus Heresy Book 8 Malevolence. Special book, special unboxing, special knife. Let's just have a look at that carbon fibre on there and the titanium insets. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's unbox this and see what's going on. I'm going to be super careful with the unboxing for this. So just a little bit of a slither. Oh, that's sharp. Oh, silky smooth this one. So I need to ask you first of all, is your body ready? Oh. So, Horus Heresy Book 8, Malevolence is here. It will cost you £80. That is an enormous amount of money just for a book where the ink isn't even written in unicorn tears. You'd expect that, right? Well, Book 7, which did come out 2 years ago, also cost £80, and then the books before that were, I think, £70 or so. So at least it hasn't been hit with the kind of price increase that we've seen from other models. With Forge World, sometimes their models do go down in price and sometimes they get rid of them altogether. Anyway, I could babble on for ages, but I won't. So let's pierce this lovely book. Now, this and Book 7 are actually the most expensive books I own. I don't think I own a £100 book, but I own quite a few £80, £70, £60 books. So I'll just graciously unwrap her. There we go. So Book 8, Malevolence. So let's have a look at the book itself. So, lovely black leather-bound book. These books will last for ages. You can see the number 8 there in the numerals. See, it says Games Workshop, not Forge World. And then you can see that it says the Horus Heresy there. The corners are metal, and the page trim is a lovely silver. Would be nice if it was gold, but still. It's got this beautiful bit of artwork here where they superimpose some effects onto the models and really draw you in and put you in that battlefield. Now, on the picture you've got 3 flyers, and I think all 3 are different. Clearly that's the Thunderhawk, the new Thunderhawk, which I own, which you can just type it into YouTube and you'll find my review. Also the Stormbird, again, type that in, you'll find my unboxing and review. Then this vehicle here, this flyer here, it kind of looks like a Storm Eagle, but at the same time shares some similarities between the Thunderhawk and the Stormbird. This artwork also has the Punisher Sakaran tank. It has a Cataphractii Terminator, one of the new ones. I think it's just a standard Cataphractii with an assault cannon, not one of the Crimson Paladins. And then you've got another just normal Space Marine there in Mark IV armour, I think. And there's an old Rhino too. So quite a lot going on the front page. This first look will take quite a while for us to get through. So we open it up. Wow, look at that. So right here we've got the Alpha Legion fighting off against what I think to be White Scars. You've got a couple of Terminators there in Tartarus power armour. You've got some jet bikes. You've got a lovely view there of the Stormbird, and then you've got the other quite random flyer there. You can definitely tell the difference between the Stormbirds, the Thunderhawks, and whatever that is. Let's have a look a bit further into the book. So, an infernal bargain is struck, the veil is parted, and the dream of Imperium becomes nightmare. There we go, Horus Heresy Book 8, Malevolence, a supplement to the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness. Of course, it was first published in 2019, and it is printed in China. There are 300 pages. This is the contents. You've got Of Betrayals and Triumphs, Forces of the Legions Astartes, the Cygnus Prime campaign, the Chondax campaign, Legion Astartes Appendix The Blood Angels, Legion Astartes Appendix The White Scars, Demons of the Rune Storm, Talons of the Emperor, and Space Marine Legion Army List Editions, and then Psychana. Preface. The Hidden War. I won't read all of these pages. In my review I will. This is more of an unboxing and first look. Selected encounters of esoteric phenomena. All the way up to Millennium 31 from Millennium 29. There we go, there's some cultists there. And a demon. The denial of the supernatural. Demonology, the theology of the damned. Oh, this is interesting, look at this. A study of diabolical texts. The Galactic Occult. The Baxurian Orders. Seekers of the Forbidden. Carven of Keflen. Coven of the Resurrectionists. Cult of the Undying Emperor. Addendum, Emperor Worship. Piercing the Veil. Keeping the Darkness at Bay. The Actors of Illumination. Of Myths and Monsters. His Talons. Elucidatum. The Zealous Legions. Impotent Preparations. The Winds of Fear. An Imperium Abandoned. Ancient Weapons. Arcana of the Legion Astartes. Etheric Ambitions. The Death Lord's Hypocrisy. Warrior Lodges. Confessions of the Hydra. The Ultima Task Force. The Vaults of Mimir. The Death of Hope. At the Gates of Hell, the Battle of Cygnus. There we go. The Long Road to Ruin. To pierce the cloak of legend, a hidden flaw. It is a Storm Eagle after all. I must get one of those. The Serpent's Coils. The Fleet Assembles. Plans Within Plans. The Mysteries of Cygnus. Here we go. The Cygnus Retribution Fleet. So you've got all the fleet assets there. You've got a lovely copy of the artwork from the front page. Wow. And then this map is fantastic. I think it's Rachel did a fantastic job of these. I think she said she really enjoyed making the artwork of these. I hope to see more of these in the future. Cygnus Gamma, Cygnus Alpha. There's Cygnus Prime. Beautiful. The Slow Death of Cygnus. The Blood of Angels. So lots of text covering the whole of Cygnus Prime campaign. Unanswered Questions, Shattered Hopes, A Dark Sojourn, The Eye of the Storm, War in the Heavens, A Fracture in Time and Space, and Hell Followed With Them. The Birth of Curses and Legends, Malcador's Black Watch, The Wreck of the Red Tear. The Fire in the Sky, Sector 058, In the Jaws of Hell, the Cathedral of the Mark with an orbital pict capture. Interesting. Oh, look at this. Wreck of the Red Tier, main advance, right flank, left flank. The Battle of Cygnus Prime. Look, there are the anomalies, primary objectives it looks like. The Vanguard host. The left flank host, the rewards of duty. The right flank host, the unseen hand, dreams rendered into ash. The angel and the demon. There we go. And there is the angel and the demon. Beautiful bit of artwork. Fantastic. They've got to be assault marines there. All these corn demons, bloodletters, Mark III iron armour all around. The last bolt hole of victory, the rear guard, codicil from the depths of hell itself, in the company of death, broken angels and fallen wolves, the wrath of angels, an end and a beginning, the scarlet liberty, a laurel of ash and regret, an angel's repose. There we go, look at that. A red angel. So you've got a lovely falchion super heavy tank, and a Medusa siege tank, and a huge greater bloodthirster with some hounds as well, flesh hounds. Of angels and demons, a devil's contract, Astra Incognito, lovely picture there of a Thunderhawk. The betrayal at Chondax. The unbalanced scales. Plans within plans. A storm on the horizon. The Chondax cleansing fleet, so you've got the full fleet there of Jagati Khan. Oh, beautiful picture of the Stormbird there, the Alpha Legion. Fantastic. With its 4 big thrusters and its bay at the back that can carry a rhino. It is a lovely, lovely miniature, but it's just a bit of a pain to put together compared to the Thunderhawk. If you have the money, I'd recommend you get the Thunderhawk. The veil closes. A Hydra at war. And then you've got Alpha Legion fleet assets. You've got the Page Keeper. More lovely artwork. Oh, and a lovely map. The Chondax system. I much prefer the 3D planet map, but there we go. And then these bad boys have just been released today, up for pre-order. If you see my Instagram, I will have put a couple of pictures of them on there, and also I will cover that in my weekly news and pre-order video tomorrow. Shadows and Spite. White Scars, Contemptor Dreadnought. The Hydra's Coils, the Veil Lifts. Tenebrae 950, or Tenebrae. The Price of Victory. Lovely bit of artwork there, with a Sikaran and a Glaive even, and some Terminators. And a Contemptor Dreadnought, fantastic. Bow to No One. Mandeville Points. The Chisel. The Hydra's Head. An eagle, a serpent and a wolf. The Bloody Toll of Victory. And then that lovely bit of artwork earlier on, but this time in full colour, with the volcano and the lava. Oh, really gets your creative juices flowing. The Hound and the Huntsman. of Emperors and Lies, the Alarxis Nebula, the Lost and the Forsaken, White Scars Brotherhoods, lovely, lovely picture of that Thunderhawk there in the White Scars colours, White Scars Proteus Landspeeder, and then A Gate Unsealed. Ooh. Knives in the Dark, A Future Written in Blood, An Unanswered Question, and of the Hosts of the Ninth, and of the Hosts of the Ninth, of Brotherhoods Near and Far, A Rising Storm, Addenda, War Without End. The Blood Angels, here we go. The Cult of the Reborn, Origins, The Dregs of Old Night, The Revenant Legion, and The Remembrancer. The Immortal Ninth, A Descent into Madness, Out of a Broken Paradise, and there's Baal. The Child of the Desert, A Legion Reborn, The Foresight, Icons of an Empire, Unit Organisation and Structure within the Legion, The Immortal Warlord, Orders of the First Sphere. You've got the Sanguinary Guard, the Crimson Paladins, the Burning Eyes, and the Angel's Tears. Legion Command Hierarchy and War Disposition. There we go. So you've got a 9th Legion Veteran Legionary. You've got a Blood Angels Veteran Sergeant. Lovely armour there. Is that the Maximus armour? And then an amazing Blood Angels Leviathan Dreadnought. With the magma cannon. I've forgotten what its name is. Blood Angel Legion banners. Beautiful. You've got a fantastic looking Mastodon Heavy Assault Transport and a Blood Angels Rhino Armoured Carrier. Looks almost too ornate to be a vehicle of war, doesn't it? Exemplary Battles. The Burning of Anactor. Then the White Scars. Origins, Terror's Forgotten Sons, the Khan of Khans, the Pioneer Companies, Jogoris, the Empty Quarter, so a little look at their planet, the Price of Freedom, the First Blooding and the Laughing Killers, Unit and Formation Structure within the Legion, Auxiliary Orders of the White Scars, Command Hierarchy, the Uhan Solban, War Disposition. Wow, that flame has got a good range, hasn't it? White Scars Tactical Legionary, White Scars Heraldry, White Scars Veteran Legionary, and a White Scars Terminator. I like the black that they've gone for with that one. Black Bright. Exemplary Battles, the Pale Emperor, the Emancipation of Droon, and the Cygnus Prime campaign. So, how the Cygnus Prime campaign works, the armies, campaign duration, and there's a little look at the different places: Cathedral of the Mark, the Twisted Forest, the Wreck of the Red Tear, and the Ruined Spires. Warped Hills, Warped Plains, campaign special rules, yeah, Corrupted Undergrowth, we've got all of that. The Fall of Kabanda. Campaign optional rules, Warp Touch Terrain, it's interesting. a Gilded Wreck, Warp Conduit, Where Angels Would Die, Blood Angels Assault Legionary, the Chondax campaign. How the Chondax campaign works, unique characters in Chondax, the campaign duration, the campaign rules. That's a beautiful picture, that one. Phase 1, Deception. Phase 2, Destruction. Campaign optional rules. Secret objectives. Alpha Legionnaire, Unknown Warrior of the Alpha Legion, Infiltration Unit. Deception Phase Mission 1, The Lure. Deception Phase Mission 2, The Snare. And Deception Phase Mission 3, The Break. Destruction Phase Mission 1, Tendrils of Doubt. Destruction Phase Mission 2, Serpent Hunt. And then Legion Astartes Appendix, The Blood Angels. So this might be what you've been waiting for throughout this whole unboxing and first look when we get to the actual rules section. Yes, my review will look at these a bit more in depth. I'll just be picking out bits and pieces willy-nilly. So you've got the Legion Astartes Blood Angels, the Age of Darkness Army List Appendix 9, Legion specific war gear, you've got the Fires of Heaven. The Legion's tactical doctrines were heavily focused on the use of powerful shock assaults to shatter an enemy's resistance in a single devastating blow. Because of this, flame and melter weaponry was strongly favoured, both because of its effectiveness and its ability to provide a fearsome display in action. Basically, any model that has access to a Volkite Serpenter may instead take a hand flamer. Access to a plasma pistol may take an Inferno pistol, and any Praetor take a power fist. They may instead take a blade of perdition. So the hand flamer is a template weapon, strength 3, AP 6, and a pistol type. And the Inferno pistol is a 6-inch, strength 8, AP 1 pistol melter weapon. And then the blade of perdition is the strength of the user, AP 2, and melee mastercrafted two-handed Deathfire. Deathfire, any model successfully wounded by a weapon with this type suffers 2 wounds for each hit instead of 1. You roll to save against each wound separately. Wounds caused in excess of a given model's remaining wounds do not spill over to other models. That's pretty good. You've also got a prototype weapon here, the Iliastus Pattern Assault Cannon. Any Blood Angels model equipped with a heavy flamer may exchange it for an Iliastus Pattern Assault Cannon for plus 5 points. For infantry models, plus 15 for vehicle models. Its profile is a 24-inch range, strength 6, AP 4, heavy 4, rending, malfunction. So unfortunately it does have malfunction, but it is a nice 4 shots at strength 6, AP 4. When you roll to hit with the weapon, if you get 3 or more results of a 1, then it malfunctions and may not be used again in the game. So unfortunately, yeah, if you get 3 1s, it's broken. Blood Angels Unique Rite of War, the Day of Revelation. Unique Rite of War, Day of Sorrows. I'll go through them in the review. Here we go then. Elites, the Dawnbreaker Cohort. The Dawnbreaker Cohort. Looks like it's a jump infantry. I don't think we've seen the models for it yet. The weapon skill is pretty good at 5. Ballistic skill 4. Strength and toughness are also 4. 1 wound, 4 initiative, 2 attacks, leadership 8, and a save of 2+. That's pretty good. Looks like they're equipped with the artificial armour, a falling star pattern power spear, a grenade dischargers, and the jump pack. You can also exchange the spear for an Equinox power blade case. And the power blade case has 2 different types. You can either have it as a melee shred keen or melee rending sunder. Keen, you just add 1 to the initiative value. Pretty good. The Crimson Paladins. Now I did the unboxing of these earlier on today. This is their stat line. They're 160 points for 2 Paladins and 1 Exemplar. And you can get an extra up to 2 for 40 points each. You can take a Land Raider Phobos as a dedicated transport if 5 models or less. They've got the Cataphractii armour, so you've got a 2+ normal. And the power shields reduce the strength of melee attacks by -1. A very decent unit there. They're elites. You got another elite choice here, the Angel's Tears. They just look like they've in power. They just look like they've got power armor. They look like they're jump infantry as well, and it looks like they've got chain swords and Volkite Serpenters, and an Angel Tears grenade launcher, which looks pretty good too. Fast attack, Condemptor Incendius class Dreadnought. Very interesting, this one. It has a booster pack, so it's basically a Contemptor Dreadnought with a jump pack. There are different ways you can use it, once per game though, alright, and then it does have the Talon of Perdition, which again has this Deathfire rule. Looks very nasty, nice weapon skill, ballistic skill, decent armour too, nice number of attacks. 200 points. Then we get an HQ, Judicia Aster Crone, or Judicar. I can't pronounce it, so just bear with me. I would have called him a Judiciar. Very nice, 155 points, save of 2+. He's got a very nice shard axe as well, and a refractor field. Looks quite a nice HQ choice. It's odd that they put elites and fast attack first before the HQ, but there we go. Then you've got Chapter Master Raldoron. I think he does have a model, but not out yet. So he's the Chapter Master. His weapon skill is a whopping 7. Nice number of 4 attacks there. He's got the Encarmine Warblade there. And he's got a combi flamer as well as a bolt pistol and a 9 halo. And then a Lord of War, Sanguinius. There we go, that's all of his rules right there. In his review, I went through all of them because Forge World released them on the Warhammer community website. I will be doing another review of him, looking more in depth with his full scenic base, and again, I'll go through his rules once more. But he's got a massive weapon skill of 9, 6 attacks, 6 wounds. He's got his 2+ normal save. He's got a 4+ invulnerable, which you can re-roll when he charges. The Spear of Telesto and the Moonsilver Blade and the Blade in Carmine are all absolutely incredible weapons. Yes, unfortunately range weapon in the form of his Infernus pistol is just a 2-shot, 1-use melter weapon. However, he can throw that Spear of Telesto. Legion Astartes Appendix, the White Scars. This is probably some information that you haven't seen before. So this is all new to me as well. So if we go on here, if we have a look here, you've got Legion specific war gear. You've got the Legion Space Marine Shamshir jet bike. They operate under the standard rules for jet bikes found in the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness rulebook. Any character model that selects a Shamshir jet bike as an option gains both +1 toughness and improves its armor save to 2+ if it is lower than this. That's fantastic. You want a jet bike, extra +1, extra 1 toughness and the save 2+. Power Glaive. Any character with the Legion Astartes White Scars special rule with access to power weapons as an option may instead take a Power Glaive for +25 points. Power Glaive is the strength of the user, or strength +1, AP 3 or AP 2, melee and versatile. Versatile uses the first strength and AP values of his profile if wielded in one hand alongside another item of war gear. The second, strength and AP, if used as two-handed special rule. And then finally the Cyberhawk, which you may have seen on the Praetor that's up for pre-order today. The counter representing the Cyberhawk plays no other roll in the game and may not be attacked or attack. Any Legion Praetor with the Legion Astartes special rule, White Scars special rule may take a single Cyberhawk for plus 10 points. What does it do? Well, it's represented by a small token or model which is placed by the owning player at the beginning of their turn. The token can be placed anywhere on the battlefield. It may physically sit and may be moved elsewhere at the beginning of each of its own player's turns. Any unit with the infantry type and Legion Astartes White Scars special rule that is firing upon an enemy unit which has at least one model within 6 inches of the token may reroll failed to hit rolls of 1. Any such unit assaulting such an enemy may reroll the dice to determine charge range. So that can be quite useful for an extra 10 points, a couple of extra buffs. You've got the White Scars unique Rite of War, the Chogorian Brotherhood. Then we come to elites, the Golden Keshig. The Golden Keshig mounted on these jet bikes. Their saves are already on there as a 2+, their toughness is 5. You get 3 in there, no doubt their models may be coming next week or even the week after from Forge World. You got 3 on there. They're equipped with this artificer armor. They're equipped with the artificer armor and the Kontos power lance, which is a strength 7 or user, AP 2 or 4. Murderous Strike, Melee, Sunder, Cumbersome. It can only ever make a single attack in any given assault phase. However, in a turn where they charge, automatically made at initiative step 10. Yeah, good luck against these guys going up against initiative step 10. They've also, if that wasn't enough, they've also equipped with these Scatterbolt launchers, which is a template strength 5, AP 4, assault 1, shred and pinning weapon as well. More elites, the Ebon Keshig. They've got 5 Karash. They're the Terminators. They've got the 2+ armor save and the power glaives. They've got a Feel No Pain 5+. They look pretty good. Then you've got fast attack, the Falcon's Claws. These are equipped with a pair of lightning claws, recon armor, and they're outriders as well. So they've got the scout special rule. I'll be interested to see those models as well as the Terminators and those jet bikes. Then more fast attack, White Scars, Kaisagan Assault Speeder. We've already seen this before. That isn't a picture of it though, unfortunately. If you check out my Horus Heresy Weekender video, I have got a picture within that video that shows an amazing assault cannon on there and other bits and pieces. It looks very decent. It's got a Cary's pattern assault cannon and 2 Reaper auto cannons. You can also give it the Hunter Killer missiles. Then we come to HQ and specifically characters. So you've got Kinzar, Master of the Keshig, Chosen of the Kagan. So I assume he's in, Tartarus Terminator armor. He's got 9 halos. He's got a 2+, 4+. He's got 2 separate Dao blades, which use together as a matched pair called the Tails of the Dragon. You've got different modes, Strength +3, which would be Strength 7, or you can use them as a Strength +1, Precision Strikes and Mastercrafted. You can also have him as a Warlord as well. Another character, Solomon Khan. He's an HQ, 180 points. You can mount him on a jet bike. That's going to be interesting how they do that model, whether they're just going to have him with a jet bike or on foot, or whether they're going to have 2 separate models, even if he does actually come to fruition. Looks very good though. And then, of course, Jagati Khan, or the closest you'll get to Khal Drogo. Anyway, you've got him afoot or mounted, so this is going to be very interesting. Again, having a Primarch that can, either be on his jet bike or on foot, whether they're going to have 2 versions of him. I'm really interested to see what they do, but the war gear that he's got is the White Tiger Dao, the Wildfire Panoply, an Archaeotech pistol. Here we go, there's the White Tiger Dao. It's got Duelist's Edge and Mastercrafted. He's got this Sojutsu pattern Void Bike. Which means his toughness is 7. I'll just read you his stat line. So his weapon skill is 7, and bear in mind Sanguinius's weapon skill is 9. Ballistic skill is 6, strength 6, toughness 7, 6 wounds, initiative 7, attack 6, leadership 10, and a save of 2+. You've got to note that his initiative jumps up to 8 when he's afoot, and obviously his toughness goes down to 6 when he's afoot. He automatically passes dangerous terrain tests, and when jinking receives a 3+ cover save. The Wildfire Panoply, he's got a 2+ armour save and a 5+ invulnerable save during the shooting phase, and a 3+ invulnerable save during the assault phase. That's alright, I suppose. I need to look a bit more into him and read into him. So, this may well be new for you. Demons of the Runestorm army list. Demons of the Runestorm army list. There we go. Demon of the Runestorm. Tides of Madness, Transcendent Phenomenon. So their strength lessens the longer they are in the Materium. Wow, you've got lots of weapons there. Aberrant taxonomy. Etheric Dominions. Creeping Scourge. Lurid Onslaught. Maddening Swarms. Mirror of Hatred. And there we go, now we get some units. So 0 to 1 Ruinstorm Demon Lord, 200 points there. You got a Lord or a Brute. The Lord looks like that's where it is. Weapon skill of 6, ballistic skill 5, strength 8, toughness 6, 6 wounds, initiative 4, 5 attacks, leadership 10, and a save of 4+. We don't know if that's an invulnerable 4+ save. I'd have to look a little bit deeper into it. Kabanda, Demon General of Cygnus. Same weapon skill as Sanguinius, better than Jagati Khan. Very interesting. Huge strength of 8 there, and 8 wounds, 7 attacks, save of 3+. If an enemy army includes Sanguinius, Kabanda gains the preferred enemy and hatred. Ooh. Wow. Eternal Rivalry, Flying Monstrous Creature. It's a 4+ invulnerable save as long as he's locked in a combat. And he's got the Scythe of the Hatred. Ooh. 460 points for that bad boy. I can't wait to see the model for him, especially if he's as big as, you know, in the artwork. Samus Unbound, Demon Lord of the Runestorm. I think we've got Samus, the model, I think. But if you wanted to take him, he's got a weapon skill of 9, 7 wounds, save of 3+. Incredible. And then Korvax Utterblight Unbound, Demon Lord of the Runestorm. We've definitely got a model for him. Another HQ, a Ruinstorm Greater Demon, and a Ruinstorm Demon Chosen. Ruinstorm Demon Brutes. We're into elites now with the Brute. Hopefully we'll see a lot more demon models. I'm really looking forward to it, rather than the generic Space Marines, or, you know, I even like the Mechanicum as well. Ruinstorm Lesser Demons for troops, Demon Beasts for troops, and Demon Swarms for troops. You've also got Ruinstorm Possessed. So these are Space Marines that are troops and they're possessed. Fast attack, you've got Ruinstorm Demon Cavalry. Demon Shrike, fast attack, it's a flying monstrous creature. And then heavy support, you've got a Greater Ruinstorm Demon Beast. They've got the close combat weapons. And then Demon Behemoths, heavy support. These things have a toughness 7 and 10 wounds, and they're unstoppable. And then a Lord of War, you've got the Ruinstorm Archdemon. 600 points for this one. 10 wounds, toughness 8, strength 9, 6 attacks again. 4+ and vulnerable against shooting, 3+ while locked in combat. Incredible. You can attack with a torrent of unreality, warp bursts, rend time and space. That is just fantastic if you have a Runestorm Archdemon for 600 points. And then you've got something about demonology. Demonology malefic powers. We've seen malefic powers in the most recent Chaos Codex. And there you go, that's the demons. Let's just leave the first look there, shall we? Okay, let's look at the Talons of the Emperor then, I guess. So, Legio Custodes Custodian. The Adeptus Custodes, Legio Custodes Custodian, Custodes. Anyway, so you've got this cool looking Custodian Guard here, with the black armour, with the gold, with the purple. Very punk. Talons of the Emperor Appendix, Army List. Aquilin Parton Terminator armour. There's the Legio Custodes Telemon Heavy Dreadnought. Oh, beautiful bit of artwork there. A little bit about the Guardian Spears, the Paragon Spears, Solarite Power Gauntlets and Power Talons. Their ranged weapons. So this is just a big FAQ kind of update and things from Book 7, because of course Book 7 was all about the Talons of the Emperor. We had a lot in there. And here we go. So we've got the Shield Captain for 190 points, Constantine Valdor, 325 points. The Heteron Guard Squad are still in there, but still no models. Well, you can just use normal Custodian Guard models, I guess. But we do have models for the Aquilin Terminator Squad. The Contemptor Achilles Dreadnought. The Custodian Guard Squad as troops. Sentinel Guard Squad as troops. And the Coronis Grav Carrier as a dedicated transport. If you're watching the first look for this part, you'll be interested to know, if you don't already know, that Games Workshop released some 8th edition Warhammer 40k rules for most, if not all, of these units in Horus Heresy to be used in 40k, which is fantastic. You've got the Fast Attack now with the Agamatus Jetbike Squadron and the Palace Grav Attack Squadron. More Fast Attack in the form of the Venatari Squad. These are new, they've got lots and lots of rules here. There they are, just flying about without their helmets on. I think it's a bit silly, but you know, there's only 3 of them. But still, I've yet to build mine and do a full review. I did my unboxing, but I haven't really had the time with all the new Chaos releases and Genestealer Cult releases. But I will get round to it, I promise. Heavy support then. Legio Custodes Sagittarium Guard Squad. These are the guys with the Adrastus Bolt Calivers. And then you've got Legio Custodes Calidus Grav Tank. You can equip it with the Heavy Blaze Cannon or the Iliastus Accelerator Cannon. More heavy support in the form of the Contemptor Galatus Dreadnought. The one with the Galatus Warblade and a Presadium Shield. Another heavy support. This time it's the big bad Telemon Heavy Dreadnought, the largest dreadnought they do. It's larger than the Redemptor Dreadnought, it's larger than the Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. And then finally, a Lord of War, the Orion Assault Dropship. Then you've got a brand new flyer here, which I don't know whether we've seen it before in pictures, but it's got this massive Arachnus Magna Blaze Cannon right here, and it's also got 2 forward mounted Arachnus Pattern Heavy Blaze Cannons too, which are located on the top of the flyer, because then underneath it you've got this firebomb clusters. Basically means that it can't carry any Custodes. It does away with its transport capacity for these Infernus firebomb clusters, which are alright. They're strength 5, AP 4, bomb 3, large blast, ignores cover saves, 1 use. So it's a 1 use strength 5 weapon at the end of the day. Personally, I think it's a bit more damaging if you have your Custodes in there. But the Arachnus Magna Blaze Cannon is, wow. range 72 inches. It's got two firing modes, range 72 inches, strength 10, AP 1, primary weapon 2, exoshock, mastercrafted, armor bane and instant death. That's your Titan killer right there. Or it can choose to burst fire at a range of 48 inches, strength 8, AP 2, heavy 2, large blast. You get these two large blasts at 48 inch range. Fantastic. I'd rather use the concentrated blast though and just annihilate things, but I'm definitely going to get one of those. The thing is, it's probably going to be about 250, 270 pounds like the Orion gunship. Might be a bit less, but we'll see. Space Marine Legion Army List editions. Console editions, you've got the Armistos console, which has void hardened armour and a mastercrafted heavy bolter and an augury scanner. Looking forward to seeing that one. You've got the Legion Primus Nullificator console, which has got an Aether shock maul and a hexagrammatic wards and is in Cataphracti Terminator armour. Interested in that. And then the Legion Esoterist, which is more of a psyker. And then finally you've got the Mortificator console, which has a servo arm and a corpuscent stave, which is a two-handed melee weapon. 0 to 1 Legion Nullificators, 225 points. They're elites. Heavy support, you've got a Legion Sicaran Omega Tank Destroyer Squadron. Interesting, so you've got the Omega Tank Destroyer in there. You've got Legion Sicaran Punisher Assault Tank Squadron. Punisher Cannon is a 36 inch range, strength 5, AP 4, heavy 18 shots. And if you don't move it in the movement phase and shooting phase, you then gain rending. So I think it lost the ability to fire twice, I'm not sure, but there we go. And then the Legion Sicaran Arcus Strike Tank. Pretty good, lots of different weapon options here. You've got the normal Arcus warheads, which are strength 8, AP 2, but then you've got the Pyrex warheads and the Sky Spear, and then the Neutron Flux as well. I think they've bumped that up a little bit more now, but the 40k rules still aren't that good. And then there's more. Cyakana, not Cyanora, but Cyakana. Rules of the Great Crusade, Null Amp Collars, Imperial Lances, Armatus Necrotechnica, the Psi-Reactive Arsenal, Corpus Mimer, Psi-Resonant Pentacles. So lots of things here against Psykers. Different warp charges, empathic bonds. Wow. The Chigorian Dreamplate. Fantastic. And then you've got an Alpha Legionnaire. And then an Afterward. And then a little bit of an advert for all the Primarchs, or some of the Primarchs. You've got Corvus Corax, Leman Russ, Alfarius, or is it? Reboot Gulliman, Horus, and Perturabo. You haven't got a picture of Sanguinius though, which sort of sucks, but he does feature a few times in here, doesn't he, the model? Then you've got the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness rulebook. I don't think I actually got that one, but I do have the army list. And then there's another black and white version of the picture. Look at these things flying about. All these demons going about. So there you go. That's my first look at the Horus Heresy Book 8 Malevolence. I will be doing a full review of it once I've read the majority, and I'll be going through the rules for many of the units. If I manage to get the new Custodes bomber, clearly I'll be doing an unboxing and review of that. But if I can get a couple of the other units, then of course I'll cover those. As always, watching and liking the videos is great. Becoming a Patreon allows me to fund the channel and give you the most recent up-to-date first looks and reviews of all of the new stuff that comes out. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.